Good evening. I hope I find you well. Sweetheart of Jesus, fount of love and mercy, today we come, thy blessing to implore. Oh, touch our hearts, so cold and so ungrateful, and make us love thee more and more each day. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. Sweetheart of Jesus, make us pure and gentle, and teach us how to do thy blessed will, to follow close the print of thy dear footsteps, and when we fall, sweetheart, oh, love us still. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, one for our blessed mother. Hail, Queen of Heaven, the ocean star, guide of the wanderer here below. Thrown on thy stairs, we claim thy care. Save us from peril and from woe. Mother of Christ, Star of the sea, pray for the wanderer, pray for me. O gentle, chaste, and spotless maid, we sinners make our prayers to thee. Remind thy Son that he has paid the price of our iniquity. Virgin most pure, Star of the sea, pray for the sinner, pray for me. Lovely. I love those little hymns. So here we are, the sun is shining, and yet there was heavy rain at different times today, this morning, and a strong wind. You could hear the whistling and the chimney there. I could light a fire there, but I don't because, excuse me, even in the winter, uh, it was me that cold. Well, I have the central heating, and then I have a Dimplex heater there that I can augment the heating. And the winters haven't been as cold as they used to be when I was a young little whippersnapper going around. There seemed to be snowing and cold as you like. You couldn't keep warm. Remember there was an ESB street there when I was younger, walking on that, and because there's a bit of a new electric fire in a room that you wouldn't swing a cat in. The luxury bedsitter, they'd call it. And you had to share bathrooms, with one of these gas geysers. You'd be afraid it'd be bang when you noises. Talk about antiquated. I don't know how we weren't blown up with it. Anyway, suffice to say that it seemed to be that colder. So anyway, we don't want it that cold either, because the roads can be dangerous. Frost and that. There used to be an awful lot of that. Hot winters and cars had they weren't geared for. They had chains around them. There must be. I don't know how they could put the chains in them because I remember seeing them going up the President and Boyle up the hill with these chains. Must have been fierce kind of hard together, wasn't it? Well, there's only a few people had cars or bicycles we had, so you didn't go on bicycles them times. You didn't want to meet your maker before your time. Um, so anyway, today busy out there. The wind was howling, so I wanted to go up at Navan today and do a few chores. I wanted to get in done this um, from my the lovely in the freezers. But the ice cream are is lovely kind of a bromade or kind of a lovely, but they didn't have it. Uh, and I went to Superbia to see did they have the sort of stuff that I used to get for the muesli, their own super. But I haven't seen that. I've one that I'm still using, and I got a couple of other ones that are not quite the same. It's not they're not Superbia. So I don't know what's happening. There's a lot of own label stuff that I don't see in their shops, whatever that problem is. And this is in the cornflakes in it where there was a muesli, and it's often bits of bananas, frozen. But I don't like that at all. I just try to dish them out and mm, pair them up and let put them out. The birds they seem to like them, and because I don't. It's all right, them and all. They have curtains, frozen curtains, and yeah, quite a few. So use when I on Sunday and Monday there the holiday, I have cornflakes and that kind of thing. Otherwise, during the week I have porridge, and then I have this cornflakes and muesli and a Sunday and then the Monday when it's a holiday like today, August Monday. But I was up in Navan anyway, and so what the super value. I thought I might have something that they didn't have here, but they didn't have it either. I got one or two items that is good value at the same time. And pretty busy shops. There's always a crowd in it, They do well because you have done stores there. And there was in the shopping centre then. Had the car parked in the car park. There's quite a few people around, and there was barber shops open, Turkish ones. They don't peculiar. I wouldn't be bothered to getting a haircut today, but I got a haircut last week somewhere. Last Wednesday in Kells. Usually get it with a fella, but he had a sign up open at 12:30. I says, well, you can take it up yourself. I'm not going to be hanging around because I'd gone there earlier. So I went down to another place and God, there was nobody in there, so I got a haircut. Nice and handy. So, but anyway, so I was up in Navan and went to a few places. So then I dined out with McDonald's. I want to see what the people are getting there. Yes, I said I could do with eating something. I need to visit that place once in a blue moon because I kind of like their stuff. It's hamburger and medium fries, and it used to be €4. Now it's 5.40. Seems to be going up all the time. Pretty strange. It's only a simple sort of a thing. And I had water, so I dined in the car. I had it parked in the car park. You have to go up one way. It's Navan is still upside down in parts. They'll never finish. Have all these old paper slabs. They seem to have that on the brain. So I went into the church then. I like to visit the Blessed Sacrament and say a few prayers, and Jesus there. I said, I'm looking at you, Jesus, now, and you're probably looking at me earlier. And I said, was there many visiting you today talking to you? And what I'm here now talking to you, and I'm saying, now, Father, head and go to be the Father for a few intentions and that, as it was there. And so that was super value. It's up, you have to go a bit further. It's up in Johnstown, they call it. And it's a big supervisor. It's owned by Smiths, originally from Oldcastle, farmer sons. So they're doing very well. It's one of the busiest stores in the country. And so I was there, and then I in Duns, and was I anywhere else? Oh yes, I was in Duns, and I was in another place there. What do you call it? Deals. I got a couple of items there, and I got what did I get? I got a case because I noticed when I was in Portugal there visiting Blessed Alexandrina. Marvelous experience. Was there for 5 nights. But I had my case and then I had 2 bags, and I slipped on the escalator. And when I was in a port, oh God, there's no staff there at all. I asked one person about where the departure was, and then said, for the plane, said, send me out. I said, if I was going outside or something. I said, that was a bloody idiot. And so there was no information that you could see, Anthony, and I went up escalators thinking that perhaps that's the way it was. And up there was ones going waiting for buses or trains or something. So I come down, but I was coming down with my case and 2 bags. I slipped, but 2 staff members rushed over and hooshed me up. But I didn't hurt myself, thank God, as much as you could have. So that's why I got a case now, because I noticed there was people bringing, and the one was very handy. And then they could put them up on the thing, and they were. So I got one, and I mentioned to the girls at the checkout, busy enough there in that store with the drapery end of it, and that's very jolly they were. And I said, "There's this going to put up on the shelf?" And they were, two or two, and the other one busy. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, that's yeah. So anyway, she was there. The next thing is she come around the girl, the lovely girl, and she had the handle up, so I didn't have to carry her. I could wheel it, and she had something marked on it, so it wouldn't be stopped. That it was already checked out, a little sticker on it. But it was quite handy. So when I got a few items, wherever I got them, I was able to put them in the case because I had a couple of Dunnes Stores bags in case I got stuff in Dunnes, but they didn't have what I wanted whatsoever. And they had no muesli either. Well, they did. I got some muesli, but it was not the sort of way I used to get in supermarket. I noticed there's a lot of unable to haven't got. So when he was busy enough, and so I went up. I left here about 11:30. I wasn't back until 2:30. Or maybe, what am I talking about? Yeah, about that time, 2:45. So just nice, but there was a wind. It's not as bad, and the sun is shining a bit more regular now because there was rain, you see. Even this morning, I could hear the rain and a gale of wind. I'd say some people's electricity could have went out with that wind, be knocking down wires. So there you are. That was the day that was in it. That was the day that was in it. But here I am. The wind didn't stop me. I was afraid of branches. I saw there was branches down here and there. They give you a bit of a fright if they hit you. Bye now, and enjoy the rest of your evening. I might sing a little ditty later on. Would you like that? Some kind of a song or a story or something. Bye now.